Welcome back everyone to Grandma's Handbag. You're joining us for part 3 of the original versus the remaster on David Bowie's box set. These 3 albums. So the third in this series I'm testing, Scary Monsters. On the left of those two is the 1980 Australian press, and on the right 2017 remaster. Have a listen. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm very interested to know. And stick around for the end because there'll be some discussion or a few thoughts of mine on the box set so far from what my ears have discerned. So cheers everyone. Thanks everyone. You knew I'd still be here with a beer, didn't you? Alright. Let me know what you thought of those of Scary Monsters there. I'm very interested to know what you think about them. Sorry guys, it's really hot here. We've hit the or gone past 100 Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius here at home today. Tomorrow is going to be even hotter. We're talking 42 degrees or so. So anyway, what I wanted to do, a couple of points on this is I didn't end up in this box set here, didn't end up testing one album for sure, or 2 albums actually. David Bowie's Low didn't test because I simply don't own an original pressing or any other pressing at all. So this box set has delivered my first copy of Low on vinyl, so I couldn't test that there. We've got tested Heroes first, we've tested Lodger, and now Scary Monsters. And I didn't test Stage. Now, I might have mentioned in my earlier video, this version, 2017 edition, is basically the 2005 CD remastered edition with another 2 tracks. This version is fantastic. However, I just haven't done a comparison because we're still looking at a remaster from 2005, and that's the only one that I could endorse on vinyl. Sorry, 78 Stage Bowie, just doesn't do it for me. That said, I wanted to go through a few things. I've got that out of the way. The next one I wanted to basically give you was my initial impressions, and of course I'm going to look forward to hearing yours as well. The first episode, which we had Heroes, I have to say, to me, I don't know who won that, whether the original or the remaster one. What I will say is it sounds like a fairly flat transfer to me, across from the first to the second, from the original press to the remaster. So there was no real indication of added bass or anything in there for me, and I was pretty happy with that. My 77 copy of Heroes has probably seen better days. There's a bit of surface noise and that on there. Hopefully that didn't impact on the first episode too much. The second series for Lodger, again, I feel like the 79 versus the 2017 remaster were fairly equal. It sounds to me, again, like a fairly flat transfer across. Faithful, what I mean, I sort of mean that it's fairly equal between them, quite faithful in a remastering way. I would have to say that the 2017 remix by Visconti does sound, to my ears, like the winner. It's just punchier, louder. It did make the original version quite muddy, sound quite muddy in comparison. Not something I'd always attributed to, but reading the booklet that came with the box set, they certainly give their reasons, saying that Lodger was always hastily done, hastily mastered at the time, and even by their standards, fairly poorly done due to the studio that they used. So if you take that word for it, I would say that 2017 remix for me is sort of winning. In the negatives for the 2017 remix and remaster versions, I put in Fantastic Voyage and Red Sails, which you'll both hear there, actually have some flaws in the transfer across. Tiny parts of clipped beats and missed beats, and if you pay very close attention back in the second video, you do sort of notice it there. So, when you're stumping up good money for something like this, it is a bit disappointing, and I think there were quite a few fans. I will put a link below to where I've got my main source of information regarding the transfer, remastering and that for this. The link below for Super Deluxe Edition. I'm sure there's a lot more discussion on places like Steve Hoffman and the like, which I haven't even got to yet. It feels like another level above my audiophile pretenses anyway, or tendencies, what little I have of them. But yes, and finally, the Scary Monsters, what you've just heard earlier. I would have to say that for me, the original seemed to be a better pressing and mix. It just seemed brighter, more alive. The 2017 remaster definitely feels bass heavier, and it almost slows it down or deadens it or something. I don't know. It certainly came across to me on the version, if you have a listen on Teenage Wildlife there. Maybe not so much on Ashes to Ashes, but look, we're talking about records that some people have listened to intently for 30, 40 years even. So, your ears do get accustomed to hearing things in a certain way, and whether or not a remaster is the best thing for it is a highly personal decision. So yeah, you try to make it objective, and hopefully I've done a decent job in allowing for comparison. But there it is. I can't say I'm unhappy with this box set. Obviously, when you got a lot invested in it, you don't really want to admit you have a flawed thing, and I don't think it is for the most part. Look, the music is still as good as the first time I heard it. Whether it's presented in the optimal way is a matter for debate. Whether it's presented badly, I don't think it is. But again, that's just my ears and what I want and expect from it. So anyway, thanks for joining us, everyone, for this tour de force. Hopefully it's been of some use to someone out there, and yeah, look, I'll try and make this a Bowie free zone for a while. I hope I can make good on that promise. Anyway, please come back soon. I might even be trying to flood you guys with a few videos, only because I really wanted to do it over the holidays, between Christmas and New Year, but I was sick, and just the flu and things like that. So I want to, get back in and make a few videos. I've got plenty of new finds coming up. Want to make a contest entry or two, so see how we go with all of that. But in the meantime, everyone, cheers from Grandma's handbag again, and Happy New Year. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.